Hello everyone, I am Snigdha Kakkar and this is my channel Accelerate AI Careers. Today we are going to discuss a very interesting question, Leetcode30, substring with concatenation of all the words. It's a hard level problem. It's a very interesting question and has been asked by several companies such as Amazon, Google, Meta, Microsoft and Salesforce in their last 6 to 7 months of interviews. What does this question say? You have been given a string S and an array of strings words. This words array has substrings which are all of the same length, and you have to find concatenated string of all these substrings which can occur in any permutation in string S. And finally, what do you need to return? You need to return the starting indices of the occurrence of those permutations of substrings of words in S. So it will be more clear with an example. So let me show you here. So you have been given words A, B, C, D, E, F, which could be occurring in any kind of permutation. The permutation could be A, B, C, D, E, F or A, B, E, F, C, D, C, D, A, B, E, F, C, D, E, F, A, B, E, F, A, B, C, D or E, F, C, D, A, B. Right? 6 kind of permutations could be there for this combination of substrings in words. And your string S which has been given to you, say suppose is A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, something like that. Okay, it's a very big string. You have to find all the occurrences of any of these permutation of words in that big string S and return the starting indices of occurrence of those words. The indices could be returned in any order. It could be returned as 0, 9 or it could be returned as 9, 0. So the order of indices doesn't matter. Now here ACDBEF is not a concatenated string because you are breaking down the individual substrings. Now if the question is not clear right now, let's look at an example that might clear it out better. So you have been given a string S which is bar foo the foo bar man. So it is a concatenated form of some string. Okay, you have such a big string S. Now you have been given some words foo and bar. See, the length of the two subwords foo and bar is the same as indicated in the question. Now you have to find the occurrence of any of the permutations of foo and bar in the string S. First of all, what could be the permutations of these two words? It could be either foo bar or it could be bar foo, right? The total length of that would be 6. And how do you compute that total length? It would be length of each word into total number of words occurring. So length of each word is 3 and total number of words occurring is 2. So hence total length of the permutation string would be 6. So that's what you have to search, either foo bar or bar foo in this bigger string given to you S. Okay. So if you start from 0th index, you would see that bar foo occurs at the 0th index, right? Hence the output has 0. And if you go further, keep on incrementing, keep on looping through the entire string S, and you would come as string at index 9, where the second occurrence of permutation is foo bar. That's why index 9 has been returned as an output. So there are two substrings found, bar foo and foo bar, which occur at 0th and 9th index, hence the output is 0, 9. So I hope the question has become clearer now. This words could be a composition of several subwords which are of same length, and all of their permutations need to be found, and then any of those, if it occurs in S, counts for 1 and you have to return its starting index. Let's look at another example. So here the string S given to you is word good, 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 best word. Okay, this is your string S. Now your words is a composition of word, good, best, word. So each word is of length 4 characters and there are total of 4 words. So total of 16 characters length is your permutation of the string, right? If you combine all of them in any manner. Now if you start from 0th index here, you notice that the substring word is there and the substring good is there. But there is a second occurrence of good which is not there here. Hence this is not working. Now if you increment, you would see good, 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 but there are not so many occurrences of good in your words. Hence you increment again and again. And once you have looped through the entire string S, you would see that you do not find a single occurrence of all of these 4 in any kind of permutation here together. Hence the output is an empty string. There is no concatenated substring occurring in string S. Hence the output is empty. Now example 3. String S given is bar foo foo bar the foo bar man, whereas your words given are bar foo the. So your each substring is of length 3 and there are 3 substrings. So their permutation should be of length 9, right? Now you have to search. So bar foo is not true because their foo occurs twice, whereas in your solution the foo is occurring only once. The count of occurrence of foo is only once. So you increment and you keep on incrementing till here. You see foo bar the. So the entire string occurs, hence your index 6 has been returned. Now if you increment by 3 again, you would see bar the foo, again another occurrence, hence index 9 has been returned. If you increment even more, then the foo bar, again another occurrence, hence index 12 has been returned. I hope the examples made the question clearer. Now we will look at the algorithm we're going to use to solve this question, and finally we're going to code it. If you have any doubts, I would suggest two things. First, repeat the video again to understand the question better. Then look at the algorithm part. If you still don't understand it, then look at the coding part. If you have some questions, mention in the comments. I would be happy to explain it in a detailed manner. I know it's a difficult question, that's why I'm addressing this here. You might need to run through it maybe 2 or 3 times to understand integrities of this question. So let's look at the algorithm of it. Now say suppose you have been given a string S, which is hello, yellow. I'm just taking a random string here. And say suppose you have been given 2 words which have substring as EL and LO. Notice that the length of both of the subwords is same, which is 2. So I will define one variable word length, which would be 2, as you can see here. And I'll also define another dictionary called word count, where I will count the number of occurrences of each of the words. So like EL occurs once and LO also occurs once. I need this to calculate the total permutation length, and the total length would come out to be a multiplication of word count multiplied by words length, which would be 4 in this case. Okay. Now if we run through the entire algorithm, then we start with the string at index 0 and we check for occurrence of EL-LO combination. Either it could be LO or it could be LOL, any occurrence of these words. So when we are at index 0, the letter is H, so it's not of course one of the words. It's not in word count dictionary. So we move ahead. We go to index 1 where the first letter is E and we check for the substring of length 4. So the substring of length 4 would be LO, which is permutation of the 2 words. Hence, first occurrence we have found and index 1 will be returned as a part of our result. Now we move ahead and we increment by 1 again. We check LOA, that's not a part. We again increment, and we reach index 6 where the substring again which occurs is LO. So that is also a permutation of the word count with the words which we have. Hence, we can return it as a part of result. And there are no further occurrences, so our result would be 1, 6, where we have found 2 occurrences of permutation of these words given to us in string S. I hope the question is also clear to you now. We will start coding it and you will learn what all are the steps we are using within the coding. First of all, I will check if either of the string S or the words array, which is of strings, is empty. If either of them is empty, I return empty list, okay, as my output. Otherwise, I will do my initialization. So first variable I initialize is word length, which would be length of any of the words. You can take any word because they are all of equal length. Then you can check for count. So total number of words which are there in the words array, that can be got by length word 0. And then total length, because your permutation will be the length of concatenation of all the words in word string or words array, right? So that would be count multiplied by your word length. Now you initialize your result array where you will be returning the start indices and word count, which would be a dictionary which will have each word from words array and its count, how many times it is repeating in the array. To populate it, I am running the loop across the array and the loop will run if word in word count, if the word has already occurred. In that case, I will increase the word count. I'll increment it by +1. Else, I will add it for the first time as 1 that I have come across the first occurrence. Okay. So now this is done. After that, I will run a loop in word length, and here I'm taking a step size as word length because I'm checking for a substring of length word length, okay? And my left pointer would be the starting index of that word length. My sub count would be the total number of count for each of the substring, and my count would be the overall count. Initially, I have initialized them like 0. I would have to check in for j in range starting from index I, and till what index I should check, length of s minus word length, because if the length remaining is less than word length, it is of no use to me. I know for sure that it will not be equal to or not be equal to any permutation of word length. So I need not run it till length of s. I can run it by length of s minus word length plus 1, because if the remaining number of characters is less than word length, then for sure it is not a permutation of it. So, and my step size would be the word length. So now I will check for subword. My subword would be the substring sj, j plus word length. That's how I get the substring using Python and basically slicing. If this subword is present in your word count dictionary from your word strings, if it is present, then only you go ahead. Otherwise, you will have an else loop, okay? So if it is present there, then if this subword is also occurred in sub count. Now I'm populating sub count. So if it has occurred, I am just incrementing the sub count of the subword by 1 and setting it to 1. So I'll just copy this and set it to 1. And finally, after I have done this, I will increment my overall count by 1 because I have seen overall 1 occurrence, okay? Now I will run a while loop to handle any edge case where the sub count of the subword which I am checking is more than the times it has occurred in the actual word string. So in that case, I have to skip certain occurrences, right? So for example, in this example 2, you have word good, 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 best word. Here word good has repeated 3 times, but in your actual word string, good has repeated only 1 time. So you don't need 2 occurrences of good words, so you can skip those words. So that is the edge case I'm handling here. So while sub count of subword is greater than word count of subword, in that case, I will have to skip those. So to skip that, I will do sub count of string s, and so I'll start from left and I will increment it left plus word length so that I can skip that one word which has more occurrences. When I skip, I have to reduce the sub count by 1. I have to reduce the count by 1, and I have to increment the left by word length because I'm skipping it. I hope this is clear. Now I will check if this count has gotten equal to length of words. If has gotten equal to length of words, that means I have found my permutation. In that case, I can append it to the result. But what do I need to append? I need to append the left index, that is the starting index, because I have to return the starting index, right? But say suppose the other scenario is that your subword which you have found is not in your word. This subword which you have found is not in your word count. If it is not a part of word count, you don't need it, right? So you can just clear it out, subcount.clear, and you can also reset your count to 0, and you can also increment your left by word length because now you need to check for other permutations. Then just return the result. So it's accepted. Let's submit. So we have submitted the solution. If you have a better approach to solve this question, mention it in the comments. I would love to learn from you. This is a difficult one, so I can understand if it is not clear in the first go of the video. So go through it more than 1 times, and if you have any points which you are not able to understand, ask them in the comments. I will be able to address it. I can make a detailed video on this question then. The time complexity for this question would be O of n because we are running through a string s once, where n is the total length of the string s, and the space complexity will also be O of n because we are using a new array to return the results, and it has been told in question that you need not do it in place, you can use additional memory. So I hope the solution is clear. If you like my way of solving problems, please subscribe to my channel to get your notifications for your daily LeetCode challenge. It keeps me encouraged to make more videos and share it with you. Thank you.